Not long ago, I was hanging on by a thread. I didn't look like it on the outside. I still smiled, showed up, did what needed to be done. But inside, I was unraveling. Spiritually, I felt numb. Emotionally, I was drained. And I kept wondering, where is God in all this? In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the one shift that helped me hold on and how God met me when I thought I was done. But before we go further, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever looked fine on the outside, but deep down you were completely empty? What did you do in that moment? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to share what saved me. Not a quick fix, not a perfect answer, but a rescue. I didn't hit burnout because of one big crisis, although I had them. It was the small things, the daily wear and tear on my soul. The expectations, the pressure, pretending everything is okay. I kept telling myself, be strong, push through, trust God. But what I really needed was something to change. I needed rest, a soul rest. What do you think wears your spirit down the most? I started to wonder if I was even doing faith right anymore. Because how could I feel this empty and still believe? Then I picked up my Bible like the next day, and God led me to 1 Kings and the story of Elijah, the prophet who had just called down fire from heaven, but was now hiding, broken, under a tree, praying to die. 1 Kings chapter 19 verses 4 through 8 says, "But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat down under a broom tree. And he asked that he might die, saying, 'It is enough now, O Lord, take away my life, for I am no better than my fathers.' And he lay down and slept under a broom tree. And behold, an angel touched him and said to him, 'Arise and eat.' And he looked, and behold, there was at his head a cake baked on hot stones and a jar of water. And he ate and drank and lay down again. And the angel of the Lord came again a second time and touched him and said, 'Arise and eat, for the journey is too great for you.' And he arose and ate and drank and went in the strength of that food 40 days and 40 nights to Horeb, the mount of God." He wasn't lazy. He wasn't sinful. He was just done. And I felt that. And what did God do? He didn't punish or shame him. God sent an angel who said, "Get up and eat. The journey is too much for you." Have you ever felt like the journey was just too much? What did you need in that moment? Rest, rescue, or just someone to see you? That one verse, "Get up and eat," wrecked me because I realized God wasn't asking me to be stronger. He was giving me permission to fall apart in his presence and would be there to nurture me back to full strength that would sustain me. When was the last time you were completely honest with God? No filters, no performance, just raw pain or need. What saved me wasn't a quote. It wasn't a perfect prayer. It was a moment of honesty. I stopped pretending. I cried out to God with what little I had left, and I felt something shift. Not all at once, but in small ways. There was a verse that would speak louder than usual, a friend who reached out at the perfect moment, a quiet whisper in my spirit, "You're not alone in this." And slowly, God began stitching me back together. So, what would it look like for you to stop striving and just let God hold you today? If you're still watching this and you're barely hanging on, I see you. But more importantly, God sees you. You don't have to prove your faith by pushing through. You can collapse into grace. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." You don't have to be strong. You can collapse into grace. That's not a suggestion. It's an invitation. So if you're tired, let him hold you. Let him feed your spirit. Let him remind you, you're not holding on alone. He's holding you too. If this message was your lifeline today, share it with someone else who might be silently struggling. And in the comments, tell me, What thread of hope is helping you hold on right now? Or just drop an emoji. You don't need the right words. You just need to know you're not alone. You may feel like you're hanging on by a thread, but friend, God is holding the thread. This isn't the end of your story. And here at Devotional Rescue, you never have to face the hard days alone. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep breathing and let grace carry you.